everyone, Kristina here. Welcome to another video for SSSTF.com. Today I'm going to be using a brand new stamp set that just came out last week. This is called Blooming Meadow, and this stamp set really caught my eye because you can notice there are two images or two stamps for each image. You have a more solid color and then you have the outline, and they're paired for four, well, actually, even the leaves are included for every single image. So I thought it would be really fun to do a completely stamped card today, a one-layer card that will be easy to mail, and do a bunch of stamping. So I'm going to start out by cutting some craft cardstock. This is Neenah Desert Storm cardstock. I'm going to cut it right down the middle for my card base. I am going to be making a one-layer card, so I'm going to score my cardstock at 5.5. And then I'm going to go ahead and fold it so that I can stamp on this while it's closed. Let's do a bunch of stamping. I'm first going to decide exactly where I want my greeting to be. I'm going to use this one that says, "You can lean on me." So I'm going to figure out where I want that first, and then I'll start my stamping around it. I think I'll have my greeting right there. And first I'm going to stamp all of the solid images in different colors of SSSTF ink, and then I'll be going over it with the outline images with an embossing ink. So I'm going to start with one of the more solid images. Let's place it right there. Starting out with dull pink. And really press that down. That ink look splotchy now, but it actually dries out very flat and even. In fact, I'm going to move this up here so that I can stamp off the bottom edge a little bit. All right, I'm switching to Hot Mama. This is one of my most favorite colors. Next up, I'm using Sunshine ink. So the leaves I'm going to have in a teal color. This is High Dive. I thought about doing a green, but I thought, you know what? We're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to have more of a teal shade. So here we are. All right, I'm going to add another dull pink image down here at the bottom. Okay, now I have it to this point, and it's time to let it completely dry or use the heat tool to speed up the drying process. I'm going to speed it up with my heat tool, and then I'll get into the heat embossing. This next step is really important. I'm going to put the anti-static powder tool over the entire area, and I'm also going to test to make sure that everything is completely dry. If any of the ink is even just slightly not quite dry, it will attract the embossing powder in areas where I don't want it. So I'm applying plenty of this powder, and then I'm taking some alabaster embossing powder from Brutus Monroe, and I'm going to just place it over the top. Most all of it is shaking off except this little area, which when I tap the cardstock goes off. All right, so I'm going to put it over the entire area to make sure there aren't any spots at all. Looks like maybe just a little bit up here. So I'll hit that with my heat tool just a little bit longer, add more powder tool, and then we'll get to the stamping. All right, so now I get to match up the little outline images. So, and I'm going to have these be just a little bit off. Not always in the same direction, just to have a little bit of fun with it. Because I want there to be gaps between the color and the white outline. We'll do those first, and then repeat some of the other ones and stamp them. I'm using Versamark ink. which is super sticky, so it's perfect for stuff like this. All right, you can see where that stamped. I have plenty of time to go ahead and stamp the other images as well, so I'm going to do that. All right, just so I can do all of the embossing all at once, I'm going to go ahead and put my greeting right here. Once again, stamping in Versamark ink. And these words are very tiny, so I'm just going to barely press down. And now I will apply the embossing powder. I'll hit this with my heat tool until it's smooth and melted. I'm also hitting the back of the card to help prevent warping. Heating the front and the back of the card keeps it so it remains fairly flat. This one is bowing just a little bit, but in the envelope, when I send it to the recipient, it should flatten out. To finish off the card, I have a white gel pen. This is a number 10 Jelly Roll pen, and I'm just going to add some little dots kind of all around to finish off this entire grouping of images, just to give it a little bit more of a filled in look. So there's the finished card for today, double stamping with offset outlines. I hope you guys enjoyed seeing an example of how to use this stamp set. It's available over at SSSTF.com, and thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys in another video very soon.